GamesCenter. What's up, guys? Welcome to the inaugural episode of GamesCenter. I am your host, A to the P, Albert Perkins, right here with my esteemed colleagues, Mark Kriska and Dale Crow.
That's right, the show is going to focus on video game news, highlights, and opinions, with some special interviews and guest stars.
We're glad you guys have tuned in, and now we'd like to get our show kicked off with a little segment we like to call What's Playing?
Now, What's Playing is basically just going to go ahead and cover exactly what we're playing at this given moment. So we'll start off with Mark. Mark, what are you getting into right now? What are you playing?
Oh man, this past Tuesday, Digimon Story Cyber Adventures, or Cyber Sleuth came out.
Nice.
Literally been super invested into this game. I don't know why. I've always been a Pokemon fan, and it's kind of the same as Pokemon, but on Vita, it's just beautiful. It plays so well. Other than that, though, all I've been really playing is I've been trying to platinum Sly Cooper.
There you go.
Thieves in Time. It's a double platinum for anyone out there who cares about trophies.
Nice.
If you have a Vita, you just literally platinum one, transfer the save, and immediately platinum the other one without doing anything. It's fantastic.
What? Wow, that's almost like a trophy cheat there.
Kind of.
Almost like Sound Shapes.
Yeah, Sound Shapes is exactly the same. That's literally 3 platinums in one go right there.
Fastest platinum of all time.
But other than, on PS4, all I've been really playing is, off and on, the new Lego Marvel Avengers.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it a lot. It covers all, Phase 2 8 movies, including Phase 1 Avengers.
Excellent.
So, and it cuts them up, so it gives you kind of a different look at the stories in general. So, it starts off with Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, and then after the first scene in that movie, it goes right into the first scene of Avengers.
Oh, wow.
The first Avengers. So I'm excited to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Okay.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Good deal. Very nice. Dale, what about you? What have you been playing?
As you guys know, I like competitive multiplayer, so I'm all about the Call of Duty game,
Nice.
Black Ops 3, and Rocket League. I do enjoy Rocket League, even though I took about a month or 2 off, and now I'm just getting destroyed. I was in the Silver League, and now I'm down to Bronze 3, almost Bronze 2.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of those games.
That's why you got to keep playing.
Yeah, it's one of those games, if you
flying
stop,
all over the place.
everyone else, just their skill level stays the same and goes up.
But I'm still okay with duty.
Well,
yeah, I still keep my ground
you take
there.
a break.
Even though every time I die, I just cuss.
Who doesn't?
It's
Call of Duty. That's
but sometimes,
like a prerequisite.
Very rarely anymore, I go back to my PS3, only because of NCAA.
There's a new one coming out, isn't there?
No, it was rumored that they might bring it back, but they need to because
EA would profit from that, I think.
The recruiting was the best part. I love simulating. I'll do any sports game. I'll draft a team. I'll simulate. I do the management. That's my thing.
On a computer, they have the NHL manager. You can be.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Off-season stuff, recruiting. For that's during the season.
Do you like doing that more than actually playing the game itself?
Yeah.
Do you?
I grew up with my.
So you like general manager type stuff?
Yeah, my older brother. We would pick 2 different teams, draft, sign players in the off-season. We mainly did baseball and hockey. That was our 2 big things.
Nice.
And then we did football. We kind of did. Then after he moved out, it was just kind of. But I'm just sports, shooters, and some games here and there. He'll get me to play them.
Yeah, you're into Resident Evil and stuff. That's
Resident
all
Evil.
you.
Yeah, that's my favorite series of all time. Oh yeah, for sure. The remakes were great. I never got the chance to play Zero as a child, or even on GameCube because I never had that.
Okay, so it's like playing it for the first time.
So obviously,
it
was really nice. I didn't know about the drop thing, so I had to restart halfway through because I had no herbs to heal myself.
Yeah, rough.
You excited for Umbrella Corps coming out?
Yeah, I saw a couple things. I don't know much about it yet. I haven't looked too much into it. I like to look at it whenever they announce everything more than that. Yeah.
Makes sense.
But no, that looks exciting. I hope they bring Wesker back and non-steroided Chris.
Yeah.
But what have you been up to?
Oh, man. I've been playing, actually, a lot of Disney Infinity, believe it or not.
That game's fantastic.
The game is unbelievable.
I've never played it.
You haven't played it? Oh, it's so cool.
I know I dropped so much money. I just couldn't do it. I can't bring myself
It's definitely a moneymaker. I purchased all
no
of
doubt.
the characters.
It's like
it's
Skyrim.
unbelievable.
It's the best Spyro game. Just kidding.
That's not okay.
I mean, it's from what at first I wasn't really sure about it. I was like, man, I don't know. This game, it seems like it's something that, it's something that's more aimed for kids.
Yeah, it's definitely marketed with the toys and stuff
Right,
like that.
right. But I'll tell you what, whenever I popped it in there, some of those levels, they're pretty hard.
They're
pretty
fantastic.
difficult. Yeah. They definitely even like challenged me. There was a couple levels I was playing the Twilight of the Republic.
Oh, okay.
And,
so like back pre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to chase the bounty hunter through Coruscant and everything.
Oh yeah.
And oh my gosh, like the controls. See, whenever I'm flying playing a game, I'm used to inverted controls.
Oh yeah, like down is up and up is down.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so I'm going up. And it's naturally going up, and that's just something I'm not like
breaks
used
your brain.
to, So
Yeah,
it
I
just
couldn't do
completely
that.
threw me off.
Fighting games are so much easier to play that way though.
Oh, that way, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like I was surprised on how good Infinity was. It's like the
it's
best
great.
of like a story graphical world, and then also like the fun of Lego games.
Oh,
Like it just
absolutely.
smashed together. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, with all the different, the different characters that you can place on the pad there to play in the game. I think right now I've Kylo Ren, Anakin, Ahsoka Tano. Oh gosh, who else? A few others I just can't think of right now off the top of my head.
There's so many. It goes through like Obi-Wan and all of them, and then it also has like the what is it? The Rebels, Star Wars Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Disney Channel now.
Yeah,
it has all those
right.
characters
The new series.
now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then also all the now original trilogy and extended trilogy. With Rey,
Which
and Finn.
reminds me, Rey and Finn as well. So yeah, that's great. I love it. It's
Don't
fantastic.
forget Paul. Just kidding, his name's Poe. I watched that whole movie thinking that guy's name was Paul.
For real?
Yep, and I
Yeah.
texted my buddy's mom, like, yeah, Paul's pretty cool too. She's like, who's Paul? I'm like, come on, Paul!
Poe is now Paul.
And
Paul
she's like,
Dameron,
you mean
duh.
Poe? I'm like, oh god.
Oh god.
This whole movie's just blew my mind now.
Completely different. New outlook on life.
It's great. It's great.
You playing anything else? Is that about it?
That's mainly it, man.
Fantastic,
Yeah, it's
though.
mostly what I've been, diving into.
They have
right
that new
now,
one
so.
coming out too. Later this, I think it's later this year with the basically based off of Civil War. It's all the Marvel characters.
Oh, that's
You
right.
can battle together.
Yeah, I did see that was going to be coming out.
That's an exclusive. What is it? Exclusive Captain America without his helmet. He's holding the shield.
He has
awesome
the
like.
shield. Yeah,
Oh, it's fantastic.
yeah.
I
I think it's available for pre-order right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I'm pretty excited about that.
nice.
All right, guys, let's get into some news topics for the week.
All right, sounds good.
The Division beta has been amazing. I'm loving it. So many other people are loving it as well. If you were lucky enough to pre-order the game and get the beta, you know exactly what to expect when the game comes out, just much more. With a second beta looming, who knows what to expect. The game comes out in March, so it's not too far off if you haven't gotten to the beta. A World War II shooter has finally been announced, Battalion 1944, with authentic guns, authentic, realistic worlds and environments, and even mocap going on. It's definitely one to look forward to if you're a World War II fan. Some Destiny news has dropped. With the new event coming out, there's going to be some changes to the multiplayer and to the raid. The multiplayer is going to have some tweaks that many players have been looking forward to, and there's going to be some changes to the raid as well in terms of some ogres and the runners as well, if you know what I'm talking about. And finally, if you've been wanting a PlayStation 4 with Nathan Drake slapped on the side of it, your wait is over. When Uncharted 4 launches on PS4, there's going to be an Uncharted 4 bundle, a brand new dark blue-gray systems coming out with Nathan Drake right on the side of it, Sig Parfis Mana on the front of it. Greatness from small beginnings. If you're an Uncharted fan, it's definitely one to look forward to.
All right, some great news topics covered here for this week on Game Center. Appreciate you covering that, Mark, for this week.
No problem. It's a little bit shaky. It's our first time, so I apologize for anything like that. But
You'll have that, man. No worries at all. And with that said, let's go ahead and cover our main news topic that we have for this week. We want to talk about video games and virtual reality. You know, it seems like it's becoming a really, really huge thing here in the video game industry.
Definitely is,
for sure. And actually, Mark, I think you got an opportunity to check out virtual reality, didn't you?
I did at PSX this past year.
Oh,
So,
fantastic. Nice. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's fantastic. So
Nice.
it's one of those experiences that you can't describe to anyone. You have to literally be there playing it to know
Wow.
what it's about.
Wow,
So-
nice. Okay.
I don't want to say I was a believer before because I never got to experience it, but I was going to get into PSVR regardless. I've always really purchased anything PlayStation and stuff like that, but whether it's PlayStation or not, definitely if you get a chance to try PlayStation or Oculus or the Valve one, which I think is HTC is doing that one, it will change your gaming experience. And I don't say that lightly. I honestly mean you will see games completely different.
Wow.
I played a few. I played only like 1 or 2 games. The one that took away from the most is actually London the Heist, which started out as a tech demo for PSVR, and now it's actually a game coming out. And there was 2 demos going on. One was the one, if you're familiar with London the Heist, it's the original tech demo that they showed where you're in, it looks like a lobby of some sort, you're behind a desk shooting from above it.
Yeah, I
But
think I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, that's one that they've been showing a lot with like the Shark Tank that was going around. But the one I got to experience, you're actually in the getaway car. And being in London, you're on the right side of the car, and the driver's on the left, which is disorienting for anyone in America or anyone who drives on the left side of the car.
Go off a little bit.
Yeah, I was completely thrown off. Yeah, and like the guy, the moment you put the headset on, you put the headphones on, you're lost in this world. The very moment. So
wow.
There's thousands of people around, thousands of people talking. You hear all this noise, and all of a sudden you put these headsets on, and all you hear is the game. All you see is the game. And the guy running the demo is walking around, letting you know like what to do, what to click on. He hands you the 2 move controllers, which I know wasn't very successful. Motion gaming is kind of fallen off, and it pretty much everyone can agree that it's been a fad.
Biggest fad ever.
Yeah,
it had a nice go, but
thank you Wii for
that. Hey, they tried.
Yeah, and out of all 3,
and then
they're the ones who
PlayStation
succeeded.
Move came out.
PlayStation Move, Kinect, all of that, yeah. And Kinect ended up being like the #1 peripheral ever.
Yeah.
So that's huge also.
Yeah.
But he hands you the 2 move controllers, and all you have is the trigger buttons. That's all you use. And it's disorienting, but familiar all at the same time. So you look down and you see your hands. When you pull the trigger buttons, your hands close. Open and close.
Nice.
And that's all it is. That's the entire game. You don't hit any other buttons. You don't do anything else.
Just the triggers.
It's just the triggers. So all you basically do is it's just this. When you look down, you literally can turn your hand, go like this. Whatever your hand can do, it can do. And your brain gets tricked. Your brain thinks these are now your hands. And even though they're floating, there's no arms connected to them. Whenever you go like this, all this stuff, it looks just like this.
Wow.
And
it's fantastic.
So it didn't show like the arms on the...
No, unfortunately, no. It's just
for
hands.
now.
It looks like just like gloves, like floating gloves.
Okay.
I don't know if they're adding arms or not. I feel like that would be really hard to.
Yeah, just
because like you can go like this and still do this.
They'd have to like
so
make
they
some
don't
kind of
know
sleeve or something.
Yeah, they don't know how your forearm's positioned. But the driver, and this is what sold me. So the driver is talking over on your right hand side, and the guy doing the demo walks around. He talks about you can play with the cockpit a little bit, play with the inner part of the car. So they open up the glove box, and there's clips and magazines, like magazine clips in there.
You can like change radio station and stuff.
You can change radio station. You can like there's like pop cans in there or soda cans depending where you're from.
They said it was in London, right?
Yeah.
Was the radios any different over there? I have no idea.
It's still it's just
turn dial basically.
Yeah, it's still turn dial. It's not like push button or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And depending on the car, obviously, also it changes. And so that's going on. You're just getting acclimated to your surroundings, and then he says, "All right, here it comes," and all of a sudden you see a motorcycle just fly past you. Cool. And so I'm just sitting there like super tense, not knowing what's going to happen. I'm waiting for a gun though. I know what the demo is supposed to be, so I'm waiting for a gun. Not getting it. All of a sudden you see the driver. All of a sudden you see the driver just
I got no gun. What you?
I'm terrified.
I'm about to go fast and furious. Put my window down. Put my window down.
Like I was trying to just grab him and pull him off.
Oh my gosh.
The driver hits the accelerator, flies up at him.
Oh, okay.
Now the motorcycle's in front of us. Hits the motorcycle, flies up at the window. Inherently, I just go like this.
Wow. And podcast listeners, if you're listening in, he actually put his hands up and like covered his face.
Yeah, I guess I should be talking more, letting them know what's going on as well.
That's crazy.
But he flips over top of the hood, flips over top of the windshield shatters. All of a sudden, the driver starts bashing out the windshield, making sure that he can still see because it's.
No, he
you gotta like kick it out.
He was punching it?
No, he was using his hands. He was just,
Oh man, guy's a
maniac.
beast.
Yeah, he just completely shattered the window.
Right? Did he at least wrap it with something?
No, he just started
I like
punching.
shards. All right.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
got blood coming down my hand. Hey,
I only drive and do everything with my
it's
hands.
whatever.
it's no big deal. He looked like
I'm only wearing
it looked like he was
shoes.
left-handed, so he was just driving like that. But then he throws you a gun, like, and he literally just tosses it.
Wow.
And me being right-handed, I catch it with my left hand. Like
Was it like a pistol or something?
It was a Uzi.
Now, was it possible to miss it?
Yeah, I've seen people miss it. Like they just whiffed and it like landed on the lap and they had to pick it up.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
But not many people miss because you see it flying up in the air. You just hit the
Does
trigger
it go
button.
like Matrix style, like slow motion, like?
It's not as fast. Yeah, no. Because if it was fast, like if it was actual speed, I would have
Like
been like,
what
"What the crap did you just throw at me?"
Yeah.
But he throws it up, and it like you see the gun, like the camera, then like kind of
It's
like
like
the first like
focuses on
it focuses on, and you look up, and like your head just turns and looks at it, and you just catch it out of the air.
Oh,
I'm
sick.
looking at the gun. Any other game, okay, left hand, I'm fine. I'm right-handed. It didn't feel right. I just put my hands together, hit the right trigger button, and now it's in my right hand. Without me even thinking about it, without me doing anything, no tutorial, no
What?
nothing. You just inherently know. And that's
Dude,
what
that's
blew my
crazy.
Yeah.
That's what blew my mind. That's like I was at that point. I was like, okay, like my brain knows what to do without any words.
See,
without
if I
any
wanted
I
to
don't need to
tutorials,
play
nothing.
anymore.
I would probably, what I would have done if I was you in that situation, I probably would have took the other PlayStation Move controller that was in my left hand and would have placed it in my right hand if I was right-handed and I'm left-handed.
Well, you
But
have
that's what I probably would.
you
I
have
would
two
like, switched
controllers.
them. Right? Yeah, but what I mean is,
Oh, you mean like you thought it was
controllers.
you thought it was going to be tied to that?
Yeah, yeah.
That, your brain, for some reason, is just like, okay, there's no more. You forget there's controllers in your hand. You don't see the controller anymore. You just feel them, and it feels like you're holding it feels like you're holding the Uzi. It feels like you're holding the
Now,
what is that?
when you're
The
holding
handle
the
of the gun.
Uzi to shoot, do you have to hit the trigger?
Mhm.
Is that what-
Once it's in your hand, you no longer have to hold the trigger in. It's just in your hand now. You can just look at it,
okay.
move it around, study the
And
gun,
then the trigger becomes the
and the trigger button on that gun becomes the trigger
Okay.
of the gun.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's when everything starts going crazy. All these cars, everything.
How many pedestrians did you kill?
There were none.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, like apparently they knew it was going to happen before it was going down. But all these cars are flying past motorcycles, and me being, the gangster that I am, started holding the gun sideways.
This dude holds it sideways like an
jeez.
idiot.
Miss-
Why would you do?
Miss everything.
Did
That's
you
how
really?
You get better
accurate it is.
accuracy.
That's
Well,
how
yeah,
real
that's why
life
you're
it is.
supposed to hold it
Yeah,
like that.
that's how
I don't
real
even know.
life-
I don't even shot a gun. I know
Yeah,
that.
and I turn it sideways. I'm
I've
like, I'm
seen
gonna
a
get
movie or
everything,
two.
and I spray and pray, and I miss everything, and I'm like, what's going on? I turn the gun,
And then you just
Everything.
start hitting.
everything's
call
done.
you serial fingers.
Now,
Archer reference for those Archer.
now was there any kind of recoil whenever you were shooting?
Yeah, it vibrated in your hand like a
Okay.
normal DualShock would.
Yeah. But in the game, did it like kind of? come back?
Well, kind of. The vibration of the gun in real life. That's what. So like the gun's 1 for 1. So if you hold the gun steady, the
Uh-huh.
gun's gonna be steady. If your hand vibrates with the gun's gonna vibrate. That's what's awesome about.
Now
So
when-
that's what breaks that barrier. So there's no more. How real is it if the gun bounces or anything like that? It's now in your hand. So if they want the gun to vibrate like a real gun, it's all in the controller itself. So
Okay.
if they want it to vibrate like crazy, if the motor and the controllers can handle it, it's going to vibrate like crazy, and you're not going to be able to control anything.
Do you
but-
think they'll come out with more powerful,
I'm
new
hoping-
controllers?
and
That way, 'cause
so-
for shooters like that, or any kind of thing, like if you're playing baseball,
The
crap,
that like maybe it like actually tingles in your
vibrate.
hands.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
you
not
think
adding
make more
gloves or something.
powerful ones.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. So with Oculus, they announced controllers for the Oculus
Mm-hmm.
that pretty much are controllers that you've never seen before in any kind of games. There's motion controllers that kind of looks like just like the what is that? The hilt of a sword that covers your arm.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And instead of the sword part coming out, it's just thumbsticks.
Oh, okay.
Which I really wish the Move had. Like they have the navigational controller, but there's no colored ball on top that doesn't track
Right.
it. So
That's true. Yeah.
the only way to use the Move controllers in a video game like this is a rail shooter, unfortunately. And a lot of people are leery of rail shooters, and I was
Sure.
too. But with PSVR, that disorientation's gone. So like you're moving, but you feel like you're moving. You feel like you understand where your character is going to go
That's
before
crazy.
it goes, and it's insane. And like the realism, it gets blurred. So the moment I took the headset off after the demo was done, it felt like the moment I put the headset on and went into a game. So that's what.
Oh, whoa.
So it tricks your brain.
So,
And, like,
like-
the reality you're in now is the video game. When you take the headset off, now you're in a different reality. Like now it's different. Now you have to get acclimated to this world.
Is this real life?
that's how I felt. Like
Look, hold up, Dale. Let me take off the visor.
Yeah.
But-
holy cow.
And what's crazy is like I can spin this any way I want. I can tell you exactly how I felt doing it, but it's not going to convince anyone. It's going to maybe interest them, but it's not going to. You need to try it. That's all I can say. I'm going to get it day one. I know the Oculus was announced, and a lot of people were kind of iffy on the price, but being a PC peripheral, I know it's working with Xbox One, which that's gonna be kind of iffy. I don't know if players will actually buy a headset or peripheral for a console that's more than the console itself.
Yeah.
But for PC, you need a high-end PC to run it. So it's cheaper than the PC that you're playing it on, per se. The PC is probably over $1,000. So $600, it's steep, but it's not more expensive than the device that it's using. So PlayStation VR, in order for that to be successful, it needs to be cheaper than a PlayStation 4. There's no reason why somebody's going to go out and buy it. I know it replaces your TV per se, but it's there. In my head, there's no more technology in PlayStation VR than the PlayStation 4, so it shouldn't be more expensive. Like, it has its own processor, it has its own screens, it has to have dual screens, or else your brain's gonna not understand what's going on.
Do you think every VR game is going to be a rail shooter?
I hope not.
If it is a shooter.
You can use a standard DualShock 4. And with Oculus, you can use a standard Xbox One controller.
Okay, because they got the light bar to track it with that.
With the PlayStation. Yeah. So like Call of Duty, I'm hoping what happens is this will, I feel like, make PSVR at least easier to swallow, is if every game has some sort of VR function, even if it's not like you're immersed in this world, even if it's just like you're playing Uncharted 4 and the screen's just slightly bigger, so when you go like this, you see more this way, and this, and you see more that way. And maybe not like if you turn this way, you see behind you, but just like an IMAX almost presentation of a video game.
Yeah.
Then it makes it a little bit more like, okay, I have games that may not use it to its full potential, but I don't have no games or one game that will work for it. So I'm hoping that with more technology, I'm assuming that PlayStation wants to get their back order of all these Move controllers out. So you're not going to probably see a new controller for the PlayStation VR until maybe like PlayStation 5 or the next iteration of PSVR or something like that. And then you'll get an actual controller for this. But like, because they have probably a giant warehouse full of PlayStation Move controllers, and they're not going to design a new one without getting rid of the old ones.
No,
they might.
It'd be a waste.
I think maybe they'd come out with a new one, but
I hope so.
They'd probably lower the price of the
existing
actual
ones.
Yeah.
Because like, if it just had like, there's anyone who's played Move, there's 2 thumb buttons that have the Move symbol on it. If they were just replaced with analog sticks, then you really don't have to worry about a controller. Yeah. So like, you have one that controls your guy forward, your left hand controls your guy forward, backward, left, and right. Your head controls your camera, so you don't have to worry about that. And then maybe the right stick controls the gun, so you're able to like look this way, shoot up, and walk that way, like almost like you're holding a real gun. And that's what I'm excited for, because I have that rifle that came out with Resistance 3.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That right there, because you have the navigational controller that can move around, you have the gun that aims, and you have the VR that looks around.
Sure.
So like Resistance 3, if it had VR or even Killzone 3 with I'm spacing on the name of the rifle, but if it had the VR connection to it, it would be literally in virtual reality.
It's called the shooter?
I think the sharpshooter. That's it.
The sharpshooter.
The sharpshooter.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited about it, and I know a lot of people that are very skeptical. We have a few people that I know that even don't think VR is going to go anywhere. It's just going to be a fad.
I think it's the next best thing in gaming.
It definitely.
I mean, handhelds.
It has the potential.
They crash. Well, I mean, Nintendo's
killing it with
Nintendo will own that market forever.
And then Vita just kind of
it's
crashed.
Well, a lot of that, and I wrote an article about this on Mammoth Gamers. A lot of that with the Vita failing had to do with the marketing, and alongside with the PlayStation Portable as well.
And Move.
Yes,
and that's and like what your article says. That's going to be the key to the PSVR. And at PSX, they kept pushing the notion that the people in this room are probably going to be the people who buy this unit before anyone else. And it's probably true. Everyone that went to PSX is a big enough PlayStation fan that they would be like, all right, even if this is a fad, $300, here it is.
Right.
But they seem to be very, modest, I guess, in their projected sales for this. So they don't think it's going to, I think their projected sales are like 1 million units the first year. And there's 39 million or 35, 36 or something like that million PlayStation 4s out there.
Wow.
So
that's
like a
very low
million is a
ratio.
very, very small amount of players.
But whenever I wrote my article, I saw a lot of comments in the comment section for what I wrote there, and a lot of people were stating that they were going to give it day one. You
Yeah.
never know. Maybe it could outsell their.
Oh man.
I hope so, because it seems like they're relying heavily, and this scares me for their marketing side, like the commercials and stuff like that. Because even with commercials, and they might be preemptively striking this, not wasting money, it's going to be so hard to market this because you're going to be seeing it on a 2D
Yeah, because you got people.
platform.
You have people that haven't that haven't played VR before. You can't describe something. It's just something that you have to experience.
Yeah, and like a commercial is not gonna like a flat standard commercial is not going to sell this the way that going to a friend's house or going to a GameStop or a Best Buy or something like that and putting this unit on and playing something small, something super small, like just like a demo of something even.
Sure.
That will sell. Like you'll put it on, and the moment that you feel that you're no longer on Earth, you're in this world, no matter what it is, you can buy it. You're gonna be like, okay, like it could be something that you never play again, or it could be a horror game. I know you're huge into horror games. I played the new Until Dawn game for PSVR, which is also a rail shooter. It's a new chapter, I guess I would say. It's like a side chapter. It's not part of the main game. I was terrified. I was honestly terrified, and that's what I even told the one demo guy there, because the reason why I got to play that one is I actually went back in line after I got to play London
Smart
Heist.
man.
And
done with this, gonna jump right back in it.
So many people wanted it though. You had to create a appointment. Like there was an app that they released with the PlayStation Experience. You had to go on there and you're like, okay, at 7:00 I will be at the PSVR.
Oh, it's like you're at Walt Disney World making fast pass reservations.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. And there were so many people. And like the first hour and the last hour of the event, or of the day, I guess I should say, it was first come first serve kind of a thing. And I was lucky enough to get into the first come first serve after my appointment.
Wow.
And that's when I got to play Until Dawn. Like I waited. When it was your turn, they asked you, what do you want to experience? Like, what do you want to play? And the first time I was like, whatever in this room, because it was the first room was London the Heist, Valkyrie, which I hear is fantastic. The second demo to London the Heist and Until Dawn.
Okay.
And I was like, whatever's in this room, I'll play that, except for the one I've already done. And the kid I went with, my cousin, he just wanted to experience anything at that point. So the first time he went, he experienced World War Tanks, I think it was called. It wasn't what was that new game that just came out? Like War of the Tanks or Tank Wars or something like that. It's not that. It's World War II. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And he wasn't very impressed with that. I was like, you need to get back in line, because he had an appointment back to back. I was like, you need to get back in line and play the Heist. And he's very picky about what he plays, very picky about what he buys, and I can't see him not buying this day one.
Wow.
And that's how
so
mind-blowing
that experience
sold
on PlayStation VR.
What I hope they don't do though is, you know how it said this game is compatible with PlayStation Move.
Yeah.
I don't want them to have it compatible with the game. I want them to make their own, because
like this game is exclusive to PlayStation
VR
cool
to try,
or Oculus.
But obviously, you play it better without the Move controllers.
Right.
I kind of hope they don't do that with the VR.
I agree. Like I hope. I'm mixed on that. Like I hope that they keep exclusive VR games exclusive. So like, but I also kind of wish, like I hope at least for the first year, that if a game doesn't want to use VR, it doesn't have to. But a game like Uncharted or a game like older games like Update Second Son or Update. I'm not sure the extent of the Xbox One Oculus. Last I heard, it was just video with the Oculus, but that's probably going to change if VR and Oculus take off like the way I think they're going to take off.
Yeah.
But even like computer games like Minecraft, like update Minecraft so you can use you don't have to use the right analog stick anymore for spinning. You just look around and you're now in Minecraft.
That'd be sweet.
And I know Xbox has that HoloLens that you have that like holographic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it just comes to life on like a table, if you will. Yeah.
And I think that's going to be awesome
Mm-hmm.
in terms of technology. I don't know if it's going to be great in terms of gaming, because it's just a small square and it's literally in the space that you see. So it's a square, like I think it's the size of the iPad or something like that, a little bit bigger maybe. and it's right in the middle of the HoloLens. So like wherever you're looking at, if you're looking at your TV screen, it's going to be covered up by the HoloLens. So I feel like that's going to be a great addition to computers, a great addition to maybe learning, like in schools, putting it on, and you're able to see the math problem right in front of you, and you can like, move it around.
Might be good for like healthcare too.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Like learning how to like do surgeries and stuff like that on a cadaver. It's gonna be fantastic. But I don't know if it's very same with PSVR and Oculus and the HTC Valve VR headset. I don't know if it's like it's going to do great with movies, it's going to do great with TV shows, but outside of that, it's not going to probably be that great. Outside of video game, like media, media, it's going to crush it. HoloLens, anything I feel like but media, it's going to crush it. I feel like there's a space for both, but I feel like Microsoft's going to need to get into the VR world if it wants Xbox to keep selling units. Like it's doing really well, but it's not outpacing PlayStation.
Now, do you think Xbox should wait to see how
I think so.
does?
Yeah,
I think that'd be a smart move on Microsoft's part to kind of wait and see, what the sales, how they are.
It doesn't get marketed as well as a Vita.
Right.
It could just be like maybe they can wait and then bring it back.
Yeah.
Like once like in
the next generation of consoles or something like that. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like I don't see it being shameful or bad business for Xbox or even bad for the fans for Xbox to wait on this. So if Xbox sees PSVR take off, Oculus take off, even though it's using Oculus, even maybe just hash a deeper partnership with Oculus Rift and Facebook and get that involved in their games. So like, it's just going to be one of those things where if Xbox gets involved, like PlayStation say announces PlayStation VR, it's $300, which is still kind of iffy because I think it's $50 more expensive than the cheapest PS4. And it sells amazingly and everyone buys it, then whenever you jump into the Xbox world, you gotta get an Oculus version or maybe a Microsoft version that is the same price as PSVR because nobody, I think, is gonna buy an Oculus for their Xbox One. Yeah. Because unless you're just that into
VR.
Yeah, and I am like I would, and I recommend it if you have the funds to do so, but it's just one of those experiences I hope everyone gets to try. Because if it fails and everyone gets to try it, then that's one thing. If it fails because nobody gets to try it, I'm going to be very, very upset.
Now you were talking about playing games like Uncharted or even like a Tomb Raider. It's VR. Now, are they going to... They can't keep it third person, can they?
Well, I think they could. I know PlayStation was toying around with eye tracking. So like I don't know if PSVR can do that. But
that gets a little tricky though,
yeah,
right?
I feel like that'd be pretty rough with a third person game. Though.
Well, where you're looking is where your reticle goes. So your reticles are pretty much your retina. So like where you look, that's where your hand goes, but your character and the world is still played on a controller. So you're still running around with Laura or Nathan Drake forward, and then the camera still pans around like it would with the right analog stick. Mm-hmm. But instead of you aiming with the right analog stick, like holding L2 and then aiming with your hands, it's just you hold L2
you
or
like look at the enemy,
trigger,
that's your
and
target.
You look at the enemy, look at that enemy, look at that enemy, look at that enemy, and that's your target.
Okay.
And
that sounds really sophisticated.
I heard it was
might be a little too easy.
Yeah. I heard that actually worked really well with Second Son. They had a demo, PlayStation had a demo running with Second Son.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't PlayStation VR, it was something different. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like it could work with a third-person shooter, but I think it would work more like an IMAX version. So like you still play the game exactly the same way as you do now, only the world is wrapped around a little bit bigger and you control the camera, but you can look around like this and then it's almost like the entire TV pans to the left or pans to the right kind of thing versus like the camera that's behind Laura or behind Nathan or behind Isaac from Dead Space moving. So like I feel like it could immerse you even more into it. The one negative I see is my girlfriend's going to be so mad at me whenever I play video games now because I'm not going to see her or hear her. Like,
she can also get you. She can always scare you.
Oh, she can terrify me. Like,
man.
The screen,
about payback.
The screen on your TV will still play the actual game. So they'll be able to see exactly what you see.
Okay.
So, like, if they see, like, an intense part coming up, they can just, like, terrify you. It'll be a great prank party game thing. So
definitely.
I'm excited.
But, I mean, horror games, though. Bring on the horror games. Give me the horror games. Bring back PT. Bring...
PT or Outlast in that
Outlast,
scenario. I wouldn't be able to survive.
Oh,
I would have a heart attack.
that is my-
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
is
say something. You bring into horror games into virtual reality. I think that's gonna bring in some health issues because I do believe that people will probably have heart attacks.
Oh,
Not even
yeah.
kidding you.
Yeah,
You know.
Like it's a real thing. It's kind of like the epilepsy thing on the beginning of games now.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think that'd be more of a hazard for epilepsy.
It's
But I
definitely
know
gonna.
TV is a thing, but when this thing's covered,
Now, going back to your
Entire
point about
peripheral.
like you're hoping certain games are PSVR or Oculus only, I agree, but that just brings up another point. What if you're motion sickness? What if you
Don't
have that kind of? Then you're not going to be able to play those games because you can only play them on VR. So, I hope it's going to be hard to say until it actually comes out. I know it's supposed to come out this year. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait. The moment that I'm assuming at E3 we're going to find out the price. And the release
price
date.
point. Yep.
And I plan on pre-ordering it day one.
what do you think? What do you guys think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be probably.
I think
$4.
$2.99.
Huh?
I think $2.99.
$2.99? I think it'll be $4.
Now I'm being really hopeful with that.
How much was the Vita? Was it $250 or was it $350?
Vita, whenever it came out, was $2.99.
Oh, was it $2.99?
I think $2.99 for the cheap one, $350 for the more expensive, like the 3G.
Yeah, $349.
model.
Okay.
Okay.
Just thinking
I'm thinking
PlayStation 4
maybe-
was like $50 more when that came out.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe $250, $249.99.
I'm hoping like that's
Yeah.
that's a
That'd
sweet
be-
spot.
Yeah.
That's going to be the killing spot. People who've never played it before will go out and buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's technology we've never seen before,
Can't
and
make it.
and Oculus pretty much said that they aren't making a profit on Oculus Rift, and that's $600.
Mm.
So
That's kind of like how it was with PlayStation 3, how like they were losing money.
They were
with it
losing
at
money with the
first.
units sold.
Mhm.
I think they're breaking even on Oculus, so they haven't really come out and said. It's hard for me to believe that. It just seems like I don't want to say it's not advanced technology because it is. It's super advanced technology, but to me, it's just a processor, 2 screens, and motion. Like really, really, really good motion.
Mhm.
And PlayStation, I think their way around that, and I think it's a really smart way around that, is the light bars. So they don't have to have all those motion sensors in the unit. They have few, but the light bars, there's a light bar on the back, there's a light bar on the front, there's light bars on the side. So the camera, the PlayStation camera, tracks your every movement around the room.
Yeah.
And even if you turn around, it knows that the back of it's looking at the screen, and it knows to show the back of the game. So
That's
their
nice.
way around the motion at least is going to be the light bars, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Man, it sounds like the future of VR is now.
oh, I
Can't wait to get into it.
Imagine sports games.
And, Madden.
Madden,
Madden.
Madden, NHL, baseball. I like NASCAR. I'm a big NASCAR.
NASCAR would be fun. I could
NASCAR
get
would
into
be
that.
fun.
I know
Any racing game would be fun. Yeah.
Soccer, I don't
Yeah,
know how that would happen.
Gran Turismo is PlayStation VR. New Gran Turismo
Oh
Sport
yeah.
is PSVR.
Project
Any
Cars,
racing
I believe, is
Is it
PlayStation VR as well. Yeah.
Ooh, any racing game.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'll get
Like you said, Madden, like 2K5 when they had the first person.
Oh, it was
that's
sick.
the best. That's the best
All with the
football game to
gridiron right in
date.
front of your face.
That's the best football game to date.
Oh, I know, and it's 2016. What?
I mean, after 2K5, it kind of went
yeah,
down.
that was the one with
That was
Terrell
the-
Owens on the
yeah,
cover,
that
right?
was the year.
Yeah.
That was the year for sports games. What? Jeter on 2K5 was that?
I think
And then
so.
St. Louis.
The
on
way you
2K5.
remember these
Aren't
covers
I
is
excited?
And then comes up. MLB The Show comes out next for baseball.
Oh, I can't wait for
2K.
that.
Yeah. Good
You
stuff.
guys remember who was on the cover of MLB The Show 08?
Oh, 8?
Oh, you mean David Wright?
Oh, I do mean David.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
Mets fan right
That's
here.
right,
Good
yes.
God.
Anyway.
Anyway,
This is pretty much wrapping up the show. I'm Dale. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
I'm Mark. Make sure you follow me in the same areas.
from A to the P, Albert Perkins. You can follow me on Twitter at Albert Perkins. You can also make sure you follow the Weekly Wrap-Up's YouTube channel, youtube.com/Weekly Wrap-Up Gaming. And also you can hit us up on Twitter as well, at the Weekly Wrap-Up. That's it. That pretty much wraps up Game Center. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Have a good day.